Hey, this is Katie here, and today I'll be doing my top 10 video games that should be inducted into the World Video Game Hall of Fame at the Museum of Play in Rochester, New York. Here are my top 10 games that should be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Number 10, Red Dead Redemption. This game changed Western games forever because there wasn't any good Western games before then, except for Gun, which was a good game at best. But Red Dead Redemption, man, changed the whole video game industry and Western games as a whole. Without this, we wouldn't get Red Dead 2. We wouldn't got it. We wouldn't gotten the Red Dead series. Without Red Dead Redemption, there'll be no Red Dead Redemption 2, which is my favorite game, one of my favorite games of all time. This changed Western games forever. It changed the generation. It changed how Western games are made. It also changed open world games as we know it today. And number 9, game I want ducked into the Video Game Hall of Fame is, everyone knows it, but it's hard for me to decide sometimes. Number 9 game I want ducked into the Hall of Fame is Call of Duty from 2003. Without Call of Duty, there would be no first-person shooter games like it is today. Like, Call of Duty changed the whole first-person shooter genre. It changed esports. It changed everything. And number 8. Half-Life, man, this game changed everything. The graphics, the engine it was on, and everything about it was mind-boggling at the time. It was impossible to do. But fuck, it was awesome. And it needs to be inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame. Number 7, Counter-Strike. Man, Counter-Strike. This game has to be inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame. It needs to be inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame because of its gameplay. Because it changed without Counter-Strike, there'll be no esports. And it's the most played game on Steam to this day. CS2. One of the most played games on Steam, if not the most played. Number 6. Game should be inducted into the Hall of Fame is Gran Turismo and Forza Motorsport. No, I want to say Gran Turismo because this game changed racing games forever. This game right here, I don't know what's the 7th one, but the 4th one should be inducted into the Hall of Fame with its amazing gameplay, its car design, and this game changed racing games forever. And without Gran Turismo, we wouldn't have had Forza or Xbox or none of that shit. Number 5. Best game should be inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame. Quake. Quake 1 from 1996. Even though this is the third one from PS3, PS2 I meant. This game changed gaming forever. The engine it was on, it created the Quake engine. It made everything awesome. And everything in Quake, the multiplayer, it made Half-Life multiplayer, which it made Counter-Strike. Without Quake, there'll be no Half-Life or no Counter-Strike. Number 4 game that should be inducted into the Hall of Fame is... I don't have it with me physically, but it should be Duke Nukem 3D. I have Duke Nukem forever if you guys want to see that. Duke Nukem 3D. This game was edgy. We didn't have that edgy of a game before then. Duke Nukem 3D changed games forever with its humor, gameplay, and it also changed how characters in the game, how sometimes they can be funny and we can relate to them. Without Duke Nukem, there'll be no characters in games. Number 3. God of War 2005. This game, man, it's a hack and slash. It's everything that I love. This game needs to be inducted into the Hall of Fame because it changed mythology games forever. This game is the GOAT of mythology games. Greek mythology, any kind of mythology. Gameplay-wise, it's awesome. The puzzles are awesome. And this game changed gaming forever. Number 2. Wolfenstein 3D. Wolfenstein 3D. Even though I have Wolfenstein, the New Order, and the Old Blood, this game needs to be inducted into the Hall of Fame because without Wolfenstein, there'll be no first-person shooters. There'll be no Doom, no Quake, no Half-Life, no Counter-Strike, no Call of Duty, none of that shit. It's all because of Wolfenstein right there, buddy. It changed gameplay-wise. It's 3D, one of the first 3D games ever. And it's just a good game. It's a fun game. And I prefer the New Order. I like the newest one, the New Order. It's a good game, Wolfenstein. And number 1, before we get to number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Gears of War. Yeah, Gears of War, that game. That game should be inducted in the Hall of Fame because I don't think it should be. At the same time, I think it should because it changed third-person shooters forever. And here is 2 more honorable mentions. Grand Theft Auto 4. Yeah, there we have Grand Theft Auto 3 in the Hall of Fame. Why do we need another Grand Theft Auto game in the Hall of Fame? Because the physics are phenomenal in that game, first of all. And the story, Nico Bellic is an awesome protagonist. And it's just changed gaming for good. And here is the final honorable mention before I get to number 1. Dark Souls for the Dark Souls series because this game is a masterpiece. And I don't think it should, I think it should be in the Hall of Fame at the same time. it didn't change nothing much because Demon Souls started it all. That game should be inducted into the Hall of Fame instead of Dark Souls, in my personal opinion. And also, my number one game that should be inducted into the Hall of Fame is... dusty. But speaking about Grand Theft Auto 4, this game right here I have is part of Rockstar Games forever. Everyone knows what it is. It's Grand Theft Auto 1. This game is my number one game that should be inducted into the Hall of Fame because it changed lots of things. Like, it changed gameplay. It changed the whole industry. In 2D, I know it was a 2D game, but man, this game right here should be inducted into the Hall of Fame because Grand Theft Auto 1 changed the whole thing. It's the open world game we had at the time. It was 2D, crap like that. And also, if this game's not inducted into the Hall of Fame, I'll be pissed. Because this game made the Grand Theft Auto series what it is today. Without this, there'll be no Grand Theft Auto series. And there would be no Red Dead Redemption. There'll be no Manhunt. There'll be no Rockstar games. Any of that shit. This game needs to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Because its impact is unbelievable. This fourth game right here I have. If you like this video, leave a comment down below and what are your top 10 games you want inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame in Rochester, New York. And I am out.